American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. One tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
Bellamy and Muse on. He's a patriot. Only news links on the Muse website. Infowars.com, PrisonPlanet.com. I'm not bragging. I'm saying look at the effect. How many other great people of courage are stepping up and standing out. Matt Bellamy at concerts has talked about Inside Job, worn Terror Storm T-shirts promoting my film. As more and more prominent people, Willie Nelson, the list goes on, stand up with courage, it's over for the system. It's over. And more people can now have courage standing on the shoulders of people like Mark Stepnoski, again, two-time Super Bowl winner, 5-time Pro Bowler, NFL, Cowboys center. We've also got Tony Szamboti, mechanical engineer, part of Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, waking up Geraldo Rivera, chain reaction into Judge Knapp. Very exciting. In this brief segment, we're going to hold you guys throughout the hour, and I appreciate your time. I want to play the Building What ad, give out the website. It's buildingwhat.org. Running through to the end of the year, the next 3 days, today, Thursday, and Friday, he's given $10,000, and he hopes to match those that give $10,000. I'm told our listeners gave about 30 the first time we did this. That sounds like a lot. It's not. But those few ads in New York, because the ad's effective, had a big effect. I want to ask you this first, Tony, before we go come back to Mark Stepnoski. What made you as an engineer start questioning, and what's your whole view of 9/11?
Well, I watched the towers come down live at work. We were in a design review when we heard that there was a first and then a second plane hit. And at break time, of course, went up to the cafeteria. And, most big companies have TVs in the cafeterias. We're watching the towers while they're burning. And, next thing you know, one comes down, South Tower, and then a half hour later, the North Tower. And I was shaking my head, wondering where all the energy came from. I'm not saying I was suspicious. It just didn't seem right. And coming home from work that night, I heard about Building 7. And that just perplexed me. I'm thinking it had to be right up next to the towers, been completely gutted. They said there was diesel fires in it they couldn't put out. It just didn't seem right. Knowing they described the size of the building. And in case anybody doesn't know, most people should know, but they really need to think about it. And I use football field, Mark, as an analogy here. Imagine being on a football field. That's how big that building was in plan, an area. Each floor was a football field in size. And you would have a large column every 5 yards on the perimeter. Then you'd have the same size columns from the 20-yard line to the 20-yard line, and then 3 abreast, another 24 in the middle. And imagine that thing coming down at free fall acceleration for 105 feet. This thing was 610 foot tall.
Unbelievable.
It's immense. I don't think people really fully appreciate it when they see the film, the immensity of this building. So
in most cities, it'd be the biggest. In Austin, it'd be the biggest. It'd be the second biggest building in Dallas.
Well, they're saying in 33 states it would be the biggest building. Okay, but it's not just the height, Alex. It's the immensity, the size, a football field in width and length, and then 610 foot tall. That's a humongous building. It's absolutely immense, and for that to come down at free fall acceleration, it was like it went over a cliff, and it's not moving, and all of a sudden, boom, it goes into free fall acceleration. That's impossible.
And by the way, NIST had denied for 9 years or 8.5 years at the time that there was free fall. Now they've had to admit there was free fall because under Newtonian physics, as you know as an engineer, it's impossible unless they blew it.
That's right. They played a couple games. First of all, they only measured 2 points. They took an average. And David Chandler, a physicist from California, forced them to admit the free fall, which they admit to as part of it. They had this 5.4 seconds that they say their model comes down, and it comes down to the 29th floor. The first 18 stories you can see, and then it's cut off in the view because of a building in front of it. But they say that first 18 floors came down in 5.4 seconds, but in reality, it was 3.9. So they were 40% over, and they did that because that's all they could get their model to come down in. So their model doesn't replicate the failure. Their model never goes into free fall. So, it was whether it was an attempt at subterfuge or not, it was incorrect, and they did not replicate the failure. And if anybody that's seen, and they can see the NIST model on the Buildingwhat.org website, their model doesn't look like what you see in the video at all. There's tremendous deformation of the building at the top. All
right, Tony, stay there. Mark, stay there. We're going to come right back, play the Buildingwhat ad, ask folks to donate, get into a lot more. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, this is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about the delicious, easy-to-fix, and very storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. I've told you for years that eFoods Direct has the best storable food on the planet. Now it's that time of year again, and their holiday special is here. They have 2 holiday price packs for you to put into your reserves for a secure future or to share with others. The first is a 6-month bulk supply in 10 cans, and the second is a 5-week supply of quick and easy-to-fix meals, including delicious bakery items shipped in heavy tote bags. Now, for a limited time, when you order 2 or more of these special holiday packs, you'll get free shipping on your entire order. Call now, 800-409-5633, or visit them at efoodsdirect.com/Alex. That's 800-409-5633, or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Folks, you've heard us talk about Home Gain before. Home Gain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a Home Gain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. Home Gain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to homegain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HOMEGAIN150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a HomeGain agent. Share the HomeGain150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the HomeGain Gorilla, to find out more about how HomeGain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com.
I have sworn upon the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. Thomas Jefferson. It's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
A lot of people early on, when I was talking about 9/11 and how they were planning to blow up the World Trade Centers 2 months before it happened, and then on the day that it happened, when I was talking about the controlled demolition, they said it's so rude. The truth isn't rude. The truth is the truth. Buying into a fable that is then used to destroy our republic and our freedoms and have an iron curtain of tyranny lower down over the planet, that is not something that's obviously good for society. Only the truth will set us free. And the truth is there are many governments, the Russians, our own, that it's been declassified of staged terror attacks. And regardless of who you think was really behind it, we know the official story is a lie, is a fraud. And if we don't expose this fraud, then the system is going to continue to use it to bring in a new dark age of control. Talking to Mark Stepnoski. Mark, when did you first start? I think I first interviewed you like 4 or 5 years ago, but when did you first start to question the official fable of 9/11, and why did you decide, a guy who'd made tens of millions of dollars, very successful in business, great family, what made you decide to take that plunge and do something that you knew that you could be attacked for?
I was skeptical of events the day it happened. And I don't say that, to try and sound like a know-it-all in retrospect, but I say that because leading up to that point, throughout my life, I had read a lot about the Kennedy assassination and the Iran-Contra affair and the Murrah building blowing up in Oklahoma City. I had read a lot about those historical events throughout my life. And, had studied them and kind of became aware of the inconsistencies in all those stories and how, what the truth was not something that was highlighted in corporate media. So, as I watched the events unfold that day in 2001, I felt much the way Tony did, although admittedly I am no expert and don't claim to be. But just watching that second tower go down that day, looking at the television, I said to myself, that doesn't look like that's from any kind of fire. Just even myself, a lay person, right, a professional football player at the time, just logic could tell you by watching that on TV that was an explosion. That was a building disintegrating into powder in front of your eyes. That was obviously not from a fire. So my thinking was just to wait and see if the system would correct this issue. As time went on, and you'd like to think that any kind of structures within government that are built to, detect and ferret out corruption and bring people to justice, you'd like to see those mechanisms go into effect. And it appeared to be that way when the 9/11 Commission